Okay, so in an earlier segment, I said that I wished and I hoped and even prayed a little that we wouldn't have to sit through any more diatribe on power washing our bricks. You can see back over here at the job site, things are moving along smartly, and our one layer of bricks is now up to two, which for those folks who don't have an engineering degree. Uh, Turns out that's actually a 100% increase. So we're pretty proud of that, and we got that going for us. But I had to wash some more because I'm only going to go 2 high around the back there, but I want 3 high on the sides. So I need a few more. So I came back to our processing facility and to our storage facility. If you remember there, it is, and you can see I've already transported, some of the remaining leftover COTS products from an earlier project. But I thought again, since this is the first video for Plan B Engineering, and as I kind of, you know, think through the earlier segments, I realized that there are, some quizzical mysteries in some of the background shots, and I don't want our hordes of fans to be, up all night, wondering about some of these mysteries. So just take a minute here to solve a couple. So, I think I mentioned before, if I didn't, I should have, that this is a multi-purpose facility. And so, right here next to the storage facility for over-ordered COTS products that we just kind of hang on to and hope for use in a later DIY project. We also have, some additional discarded materials from other projects, and some of these larger rocks here in the background have been there ever since I put the retaining wall into the pond, because I just didn't need them all. And you can see over time they've collected a lot of dirt, so they're just laying there waiting for their power washing turn and to find another use. And some of those are going to be used for that outer rim path on the pond. But you can also see we've got our biofilters taken out, so all of the demolition on this project was done before I even had the idea to film it. But you can see some of the results of the demolition. So those are also waiting their turn at the power washing station, and then those will be repurposed and reinstalled into the pond prior to the water. And you can see we also have some other materials, and these are what in the industry we call contingency items. And you always need to be prepared for contingencies. And so about it's probably been almost 12 years ago now. I got really tired of myself, my children, and my wife getting bit by fire ants. So I implemented a new process whereby I treated fire ants every week, whether I needed to or not. So if I had a mound where I'd flushed them out of, and the dust hadn't been scattered, I would put more poison on it. And I liberally used this material, and I believe, I don't think this stuff actually kills fire ants. All that stuff about them taking the bait back to the queen, I mean, when they pick up that bait, they look hungry to me. I don't see the queen really getting any of that poison, but it does cause them to move. And so I just kept chasing them around the yard every weekend, whether I got bit or not. And I believe, what eventually happened is that the fire ants, moved on the other side of that, fence line, right? And then on the other side of that fence line, and then on the other side of that one. And so, again, if you're, at a party with the neighbors, let's just keep that our little secret. But they could come back, and so that's why we still have that fire ant killer there. All right, and it's upside down, so it can be deployed quickly should an emergency arise. And then the other, thing, that really isn't why I was going to talk about the facility. I didn't notice that until I started this segment. But what I did notice was that this multi-purpose facility also doubles as the final resting spot of Cub Scout projects, and they could also be repurposed. Actually, that one looks like it could be repainted and used for the same purpose, which for many years sat proudly on our porch and housed a lovely family of wasps.